Greetings from Disney Springs, a themed shopping experience with a backstory. I'm here bright and early because I've never done a rope drop for Gideon's Cookies, and I want to see if they have any more of those little Loungefly bag charms that are so hard to get. Merches abound. We got the World of Disney here, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Disney store in the world. And we're seeing Hoppers at the AMC, the new Pixar movie, which is getting incredible reviews. And they're nice, really high quality theater, so should be a fun afternoon before the work stuff gets underway. It's really foggy if you can't tell. And we're here bright and early, so let's see if we can get a virtual time for Gideon's and get this day on. You are watching Peak Merch. This is Morning Joe. They kind of rip off the Edward Gorey character, and the premise is that it's an old bookshop that's been taken over by like gothic, cute people. Anyway, the turtle cookie is the limited cookie for March. And then they have a coffee cake cookie in the morning, which I'm going to have to try. And then these cold brews. Morning Joe Selects and the Nitro cold brews. Pretty good. All coffees use oat milk and are vegan. Look at that. A lot of merch in here too. So about 10 minutes to go. All right, here we go, bright and early. There you go. Morning. Yeah, the smells are real good in here. This is what we're working with. Merch. Right. They move you in so fast that I couldn't show you, but this is the pin I got. They had one for like a Valentine's Day called the Eternal Flame. Then I also got 2 of the sea turtle cookies. I got these Gideon's Bites chocolate covered cookie bits. These are cookies and cream flavored. That looks amazing. So yeah, rock and roll. So if you look, there's like a fake ghost sign. It's all theming for the Lindworm Bookseller. And then with the cookies, you get a limited edition card. I just got this guy, Jonathan Lindworm, who I assume is like, okay, antique photos can seem dark and mysterious, so too are their subjects. In this case, both are true. The brilliant and reclusive bookseller, okay. Specializing in publications dealing with magic and alchemy, rumors quickly grew about his origins, that he's from a different dimension. Perhaps tired of the constant gossip, it said that Mr. Lindworm entered his store one morning and was never seen again until, and then it just cuts off. And then this is, I got the limited cookies, but I also got the limited morning cookie that I've never heard early enough for. Look at that. That is a coffee cake cookie. Rock and roll. I always wanted to do this hot air balloon. It's never open because it's always too windy, but today looks like a nice day, so I'm going to guess it opens any minute. For now, we have some time to kill before the movie, so we'll hop into a few shops that aren't the main Disney store and see if there's anything interesting. I'm always looking for Muppets or, niche stuff, so let's go. All that stuff was so ugly. I hear more people call each other girly at Disney World or around the Disney adult blogosphere than anywhere. So this is like, I guess Stony Clover is a company, and they did a partnership with Disney Parks. That's where they do this stuff, Disney-style partnerships, louder things, and it's on the, quote, west side of Disney Springs, so it's marketed as more fashion about Disney, as opposed to the Disney store, which is like all bets are off. The stuff in here tends to be a little higher priced, too, but it's, just as Disney-fied. All right, we'll keep moving. Here in the Star Wars store, there's a dedicated autograph section, and this photo of Jabba was signed by the chief puppeteer, I'm guessing from Jedi, Clive Revel, who played Palpatine. Let's see if I can get you out of the glare there. Also autographed some stuff, and then they've just really upped the game here with helmets and everything. Like, this is the Armorer from Mandalore helmet. You can get the Mandalorian helmet itself. They're all about $100 to $150, so C-3PO's 120, for example. Looks like the Mandalorian ones and like the ornate kind of dark side ones are a little bit more, but pretty cool. And it does look like they got a lot of the exclusive stuff that used to only be in Galaxy's Edge here. So I don't know if that means it's not moving or they realize they can make more money by opening it up to people. Like these, the Christmas droid here is pretty cute. The candy cane R2 unit, R2H25. I don't know. Would you buy out of season Star Wars merch even if it was exclusive? I would buy something for Life Day if I saw the right thing, but we'll keep looking. I think I found the peak item. A huge Star Speeder toy from Star Tours. The adventures continue, which means it's after they refreshed it. There it is out of the box. Look at that. $350, but it's pretty amazing, honestly. If I was rich and I had space, I would totally buy that. A toy for the man-child who has everything. We'll look at more of these later, but like the blind box craze has really taken off even in the past year since I've been here. And I think one of the more popular ones are these Droid Factory mystery crates. So I'm going to probably snag one and see what happens. I like the presentation. I like that the box is part of it too. That makes it a little more palatable. And yeah, $18 isn't horrible. So why don't we try our luck? This giant life-size scale Wicket was for sale last year. I don't know if it's still for sale. There's no price by it, but it's pretty huge and pretty intimidating. Look at those dead eyes. All right, we'll keep moving. All right, let's do a quick pop in here as well, and then we'll go see our movie. Yeah, and it looks like they got some stuff from the Guardians attraction in Epcot where we were yesterday too. There's the ship, and there's some Wonders of Xandar action figures too. That's how you can tell. Yeah, people are just crazy and rude and, you know, unaware of space in Disney. But I think Marvel fans and Magic Kingdom people especially. And this being an opening weekend for Disney, of course, Hoppers is prominently featured at their flagship theater. I feel like Disney owns a stake in AMC. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Hoppers all over the place. Maybe we'll see some Hoppers merch later too. But let's go inside and watch a movie. Hoppers was so good. I think I agree with the sentiment that's like the best Pixar movie in like 10 years or so. I did really like Elemental, didn't like Onward. But yeah, Hoppers, so good. I also still need to see Elio and Luca. But are those Disney or Disney Pixar? It gets confusing, doesn't it? This is definitely a Disney Pixar. It's a proper comedy. Very funny. And yeah, fun for the whole family. Good place to see it. Also, the Dolby Atmos screen, Theater 1 at the AMC at Disney Springs is insane. I was in row M and I was actually on the 3rd floor on the balcony. I had to walk upstairs, which I didn't love, but hey, steps. It's also Sunday and it's a nice day, so it's absolutely insane here. I'm going to hit up the World of Disney store, see what's new, look at maybe the other blind boxes. I got that droid one. Grab a sandwich and get back to the hotel. And we'll do some unboxings when I get back to the hotel as well.
Give it to me. Have you ever? Gorgeous. I want to know. Have you? Like a choir of angels. I want to know. Have you ever? Sing it, child. Sing it. Come on.
Here we go. Back to the site of the first peak merch vlog ever. What for some is a circle of heaven is for others a circle of hell. This is World of Disney. Disney Wishables might be the most popular blind box going these days, but as you've already seen, it's certainly not the only one. And what was once like a collector's and a Japanese tradition has since become a whole vibe for the parks. And, you know, I still think pin trading is kind of the go-to collectible, but they have all this other stuff. We've stumbled upon the plush section. This Big Feet Kermit is really cute. How much is this Big Feet Kermit? $35. Could be a lot worse. All right, let's keep looking. And right next to those Lincoln Logs we saw in Magic Kingdom, check this out, Lenny from Toy Story 1. That's a deep cut. I don't know if this was ever an old Fisher-Price toy or what, but pretty cool nonetheless. But we're off to see the pins. And when you see them all laid off before you, you really see how many blind boxes and mystery bags there are. These are kind of the coveted mystery bags, the really blind ones. But I don't know. I got the mystery bag, and I might get another one for Flower and Garden, but I'm not in this business of just going blind with everything. I like the open editions like these because I know what I'm getting. I mean, simple as that. And I really did want this Kermit one, sort of a pin trading Muppets pin. And I don't know, I guess like every other older millennial, I love the Muppets, so this is definitely happening. I'm gonna do a quick pass of the store, and then I want to show you the blind box area and see what we can find there. And this pin of baby animal meditating is also really cute, so I couldn't help myself. All right, let's head out and we'll keep moving. And just a little closer to the Far East Side, the Marketplace Co-op, this is where we can find the blind boxes. So let's go see if there's anything cool in there. I already see a lot of people opening them and excited about them. They call this the Disney Drop Shop. Drops are what it's called when these companies put out some blind boxes. So there you go. So first up we see this Across the Infinite collection. Ooh, I like that Doom a lot. Actually, these are all pretty sick. That might be the one I have to get. But let's look at all of them. They've got a Marvel Comics Cosby Rider. I assume these are all like types, styles of Japanese blind boxes. Come to America. Yeah, Pop Mart, see? Pop Mart is the company. It's actually a Chinese company, but hey, Spider-Verse it looks like. Tron meets Stitch. These are pretty cool as well. Tron meets Stitch. Mickey meets Stitch. I'm going to take you through all of these guys. Got a little more time to kill. Princesses, not for me. Oh, these are cool. The princesses are in little domes. Preserved like some science experiment. Okay. Oh, those blocks are cute. I think that's Zootopia. Okay, so these are called pop cubes when they're block shaped. And they're a little cheaper. They're $13.99. Very cute. Classic Disney characters. Looks like there's a bunch of pop cube classics. And they all kind of have different collections. Oh man, that Baymax might be the best one of the pop cube classics. Now you have to really pick a blind box where you're happy with anything you're gonna get. And that's the issue. Like I'll show you back on this one. I would love the Cheshire Cat, and I would love the Baymax, but the rest of them, not for me. This Mickey one's pretty cute. Pop Mart. Childhood of Boundless Imagination is the name of that collection. Wow, the Chippendales are very cute. Might have to get one of those for Hannah. Although she tells me not to get her anything, so, you know. The Zootopia meets Molly. Wow, these Zootopia 2s are a lot more expensive. They're $72, like Labubu prices, but they're also like Labubu sized. And it looks like they have hats of other characters, so that's a thing. I actually have the Gary the Snake from this collection. I got this from a Pop Mart machine in Annapolis, Maryland. But this is cute too. The Zootopia, I guess scenes, is that what it is? Little dioramas almost. Let's see what else we can find. I call these lacers. Mini shoes. This is the Pixar Lacers collection. But that's the thing, you could get Jessie, even if you don't want Jessie. So. Ooh, we got Grogu here for $17. Cosby bobblehead. So those are bobbleheads. Here's Star Wars. One Grogu set. Zootopia 1. Okay, so I was looking for these at Gideon's. These mini blind boxes are pretty sick. Looks like there's a bunch you could get. Disney Parks Loungefly. God, I would want Kermit or Mr. Toad. But, you know, it's no guarantee. I mean, Mickey's pretty cute, too. I think anyone but Stitch or Buzz I would be psyched about, honestly. I'm not a Stitch guy. I think I just missed Stitch. By the time Stitch happened, I was too old. Then they have like a sort of classics one. Oh, these are like understated. Here are the lacers I was telling you about. Multiple series. And then, last but not least, Mickey and Family blind boxes. Alright, let's see what we do here. Here at Pin Traders on the east side, we have a lot more selection, including some Hollywood Studios pins I hadn't seen yet, like a Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. But look at this. They actually have a pin for Oliver and Company. That is a deep cut. That is a deep cut. There's Mushu, too. Yeah, all the deep cut animated films represented. Well, not all of them, but down here is Fox and the Hound, Jungle Book, a lot of good stuff. Emperor's New Groove. Very cool. Alright, we'll keep moving. Alright, back at the room. Unboxing time. I just opened this, and it came with that, which says to me maybe Loki, or... Let's see what I got here. Across the Infinite. This is the Infinity Saga Multiverse blind box from Marvel. And it looks like I have... Sick! Doctor Doom, the one I wanted most. Achieved. There's a little stand on the back, too. That's sick. Great pull. Alright, and now let's open up my droid. Alright, Doctor Doom was our top pick. I don't really have a top pick for this Droid Factory Mystery Crate. I just think they're cool. But let's see how we do. Okay, another blind bag here. And it looks like we got SC-97. Looks like a BB unit of some sort. I'll have to assemble him. So let me do that and then I'll show you how it looks. Let's get that on. There we go. Much better. Alright, there he is. SC-97. Well, SC and Dr. Doom, I think that's going to do it for our trip to Disney Springs and our foray into blind boxes. I'm definitely not going to make a habit of this. I'm already pretty deep with the pins, but it was fun. Disney Springs is popping. Just started getting hot. Glad to be back in my room. And I think this is where we wrap things. So if you made it this far, I've been Just. That's been SC97. And you've been patient. Also, you've just watched Peak Merch. Bye-bye now.